you get a bit more longevity out of your clutch rather than having to need a new clutch every single time you put your foot down. This car won't see any of that though, will it, mate?
No.
No.
Just groceries and shit.
Just gross. Where are you going to put them? Next to the fucking surge tank in the boot. RB, GTR, they're going together, going in. We prepped this RB26/8, it's now been stroked to RB28. And today, now, we're at this point where, well, Dean's at this point, I'm definitely not qualified to be at the next point, but once the motor goes in, the real fabrication then starts. There's going to be piping everywhere, there's going to be hoses everywhere. And we don't really know that until the motor's in, until we know where it's going to sit. So we are going to slap the engine in today, start looking at where our new wiring harness and stuff's going to go, start looking at where the intake manifold and stuff's going to sit, clearance around the turbo. There won't be issues here, but it's going to be extremely close to this strut tower on that side because, well, old mate over here decided to buy a 1300 horsepower turbo. That's so fucking big. Look at the fucking size of that thing.
Metal.
Dude.
That's fucking mental. It's huge, eh?
Moving forward, it should be a pretty simple one. It should just go and then go in. So, as is everything in the shed, it's a 2-hour job, so we'll see how long this actually takes. So just before the engine goes in, just found out that the crank bolt has to be 345 foot-pounds, which is 460 Newton meters. Want to show everyone your new toy, mate?
She's big.
Huge. Just had to go buy a new torque wrench that came in a gun case. Look at that!
Ridiculous.
All right, we're gonna do it up now. 2 episodes altogether. All right.
Good.
I'm ready. Whoa, stop.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, well, the whole thing, it felt like that thing was starting to...
You just gotta
break the stand.
Pull up on that engine now.
You gotta break the stand.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
That's tight, eh?
That's not coming off.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah! Put the fucking torque wrench away now.
Anyone want to rent a torque wrench? Because I've got one for rent. So I'm never going to use it again.
Just put it in the tool tray, mate.
Yeah.
Just fucking sit in there.
Good thing I did that one bolt up with it.
She's tight. She ain't coming undone now.
Okay.
So we're making headway. Glad wrapped, airtight. You even excited, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is exciting for me. It's not even my engine.
No, it's just 2.5 that's all. Roughly.
We're looking at that 2 tower.
Yep.
2.5.
20 income back in 6 months. So twin plate clutch, mate.
Mm-hmm.
What's that good for?
I think it's 2,000. So I'm not going to need that.
Well,
I can't remember. I don't know it's good for a lot. Direct type services, Australian made product. Done about 500 Ks.
so when I just wrote shims here, 3 shims is actually these shims here on top of the pressure plate. So that is one shim. That is one shim, and the reason you'd want to know that, so obviously those shims sit on top of these spaces here, and when the clutch wears, obviously you're going to lose your distance in there, so you can take those shims out and still get the required torque for your clutch. So you get a bit more longevity out of your clutch rather than having to need a new clutch every single time you put your foot down. This car won't see any of that though, will it, mate?
No.
No.
Just groceries and shit.
Just gross. Where are you going to put them? Next to the f***ing surge tank in the boot.
They're all on there, all three. Feels good to be putting this thing back on this motor. It's a nice bit of kit, really.
That bolt and that bolt hold everything. You
Thousand little horsey.
torque them to spec, didn't you?
Yeah, as tight as possible.
Okay.
You'd be mad to f***ing buy anything else. You're just going to end up going down that road. I'm telling you right now, you don't need, like, if you can buy one and it's stock as a rock, all you need is a Haltech. You still put a Haltech in it. Flex tune, you put one 460 in tank. Or you can actually rig it so you've got two 460s in tank, which is what I did in this at first. And then you put a set of dash 7s on it.
She's in. She's in. That went in nicely, actually, very nicely. So there was a little bit there where I was shitting myself where we were lowering it in because it's a lot of weight and it's a lot of money hanging over what is also a lot of money. So all good though now. So now the engine is mounted in. It just means we can fab everything up and start lining intercooler piping, intake manifolds, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. So for now, on the next episode, you are going to see this bad boy. We're gonna put the sequential in, which for you guys will happen on the next episode. For us, it's gonna happen right now. This will be hectic. So we're gonna move the sequential onto this engine stand, which is currently where the WRX's 6-speed is sitting on. This has been a lot, like years. This has been years in the making. To get that f***ing motor in there has been years in the making, and now it's in. So give it a like if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe because now this build is just, oh my God, this build's gonna take off. So anyway, thank you for watching. On the next one, sequential, going in, baby. See you on the next one. Bye.
since you shut the door on everything we knew. You're too late for love, feeling your trip, love, feeling on love, feeling your trip.
Started this video buys the fucking 5-foot torque wrench. That's a real man's torque wrench.